Hi everyone, I'm Graddles, and welcome to a new episode of City Skylines. This is New Brighton, and the last time we left off, we put in this amusement park, as well as these monorails, down in our tourist and high-density area. In this episode, we're going to switch out this train station with these metros into one of the new DLCs that we just got. Train stations. I know we just put this in, but it just makes more sense, and some of them are super nice. If you're new to my channel and you like it, please like, subscribe, share, comment, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So over here, we're going to put in probably the new glass box with the train and metro combined. We're going to come down into here, and we're going to move this park and put one of the new metro stations in here. And I think down over in here, we're going to put a sunken metro station that we just got for our college. And over here, I think we're going to put one in as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. We do have this high density tourism area, and the traffic is going to get built up, and we do want to get that metro run, and we are making a nice comfortable income that we could put it in. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. So I'm going to delete all this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we deleted everything, I'm just going to put a road just to get this off of the main road here. Nothing too crazy, just coming in a little bit and popping it back in. I'm going to go to our transportation, go into our custom content down here, and just add this new metro train right here. Next, let's go down over to here. We're going to move this park. And we're going to add this over in here. They could use it anyway. I think we'll just pop it right there. And we'll come back to this spot. I'm just going to delete this road because it will not fit. And we're going to go to this guy right here, the sunken bypass metro station, and we're just going to put him in right there. So he looks rather nice right in here, and later on we are going to add a whole bunch of walking paths, and that should help people to get around to get to this metro station. But I think he should cover most of this area, especially from here back. And then over here we're going to add another one. This time we're going to go for the sunken island metro, and we're going to add him here. I want this to be the other way. There we go. And then we'll do paths from here down. But this will be able to get people to college. So I thought that would be rather nice. Over here, it's just a small area, and because all the new metro stations run a certain way, I want these to run this way, not back and forth this way. So I'm going to just add one of the older stations right in here. And then when we come down to here, we're going to add a road. And the reason being is I would like to put it right inside here. It won't fit, but also our landscaping is just bumped up and not level enough to add the sunken one that I want. So I'm just going to come out by 1, come over by 2, and pop that in like that. And then I'm going to go into the transportation again. Go back to the custom content. And I'm going to pick this, the Metro Plaza station. Looks really nice. Gives us a lot of options to run more Metro later on. So I think we're going to put him in there. I always thought though, when we first got the pack and I was reviewing it, I have a video on that and I'll put the link down in the description. If it rains, this place is going to flood. So I always thought that was really funny. A lot of these stations are kind of open like that. Like even down in here. Like if it rains, this would get flooded. Or snows. Ugh, what a mess. But anyway, we don't have to worry about that in City Skylines. So let's go into our trains. And we're just going to run this track. We can't move it yet. We haven't unlocked this tile. So we're going to have to curve this in. Just for the time being. Once we open up that tile, I will definitely move these rails. So, just gonna go there like that. Now as far as this one goes, I'm just gonna go down. I'm gonna delete this. Now this is cargo. So this cargo station does not have to go into this hub at all. It's just going to come around and we'll bring it up. And we're just going to connect this in. Let's come back a little further. And connect it up with this rail right in here. And then we'll have this guy so he can get out. We're going to have to come back just a little bit more. Nope, too tight. Sometimes you have to play with it just a little bit. There we go. Make sure the rails are attached. If you don't, sometimes they are not attached. And you'll have a problem. So now this can be bypassed right here. I don't like this curve. It's too tight. So we're just going to bend that in just a bit from here. We'll run it pretty much till we get to that and then curve that in. So this way the cargo doesn't mess around with our passengers. This will just come out. This will be its own line eventually. But right now, they're just leaving town, and we do have a bypass here. If it gets to be a problem, we'll make their own line later on. And these are open now that we can make other train stations down in our city here to get people in and out as well. So next, I'm going to go ahead and get into the Metro and start running this. So we do have the line here, the line here, the line here, and I think what we'll do is we'll make pretty much a circle in this area to get our residents around their own town, and then we'll put some coming from here to the college, and then they can pick up the line in here and bring it down into here, and we'll run a line from here into this line. So I will be right back. Okay, so as you can see, we did a big circle in here. Over here, because of the tile, again, we're running into a little bit of an issue and making a nicer circle, but that should work for now. We're going to come back down into here, and I will be back in a second. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take this, bring it out by 12, drop it down right about there. Then we're going to take it out by 1 and drop it again. And then we'll be able to curve this into here. Same thing on this side. Let's go ahead and take this, drop it down by 12, bring it down by 1, drop it down. And then we'll be able to curve this way. And then bring this into here, hopefully. There we go. And we'll also do this in case we want to have that going that way. And let's just make sure everything is connected fine. So this looks okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and run some routes. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here. And we're just going to create a new line. Run this to here. Make sure your line is going the way you want it to. That means that your tracks are lined up fine. If it doesn't, you'll have to adjust that. We'll go to there. And we'll come back and end here. So now we're going to create a new line. Come on. And we're going to go in the opposite direction. And make sure again. Thought I created a new line. I don't know why it's not creating a new line. Create a new line. There we go. And come back in the opposite direction. And we're going to put it in that spot. Now with these new ones, make sure you use the right spots. I'll show you when we get to the bigger one. Because they are separate. See, they add multiple ones, so that helps out quite a bit. So the trains aren't running, you know, crazy. Anyway, so when we come down here, I'll show you what I mean. Over here we have 3 different sections of running these. So we're going to create a new line here, and we're going to bring this into here. We're going to add a stop here, and then it's going to go back to this guy. So we're going to complete the stop. Then we're going to come here, and we're going to use the top one, because we just used the middle one. We're going to create a new stop here, come down to this guy, add a stop there, and bring this back. And complete this line. So that's going to be running back and forth. That's going to be running back and forth. And then we're going to get these guys to the college. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new line here. And we're going to come this way. We're just going to stop here at the college and run back to here. So now that we have all our lines set up, we have all our train track run. Let's go ahead. I'm going to fast forward this and we'll check back in a couple of minutes. Okay, so let's come back. We'll take a look at how we're doing. I did color code these a little bit. So basically the red and pink lines are coming to our glass box here in our tourist area. So that is just red on that side, pink on this side. If you come down to this residential area, just going to the college is purple. So this just runs from here and back. And then in the middle I have kind of like fluorescent green and blue just going through our neighborhood in here. And that helps me just to figure out where the lines are and how they're doing. As you can see, our turquoise or light blue, okay, our park leveled up, we'll deal with that in a moment, is doing quite well, and so is our red line taking our passengers from here into here. So I mean, eventually you could play around with it, you could add more lines, you could actually bring another line from in here over to this main hub in the middle here, which I may do actually. I do have the line there to run it, so maybe we'll go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead into our metro again, and let's just go ahead and use this third right here and run this right down to this guy. And we'll run it back. And let's see how that does. Because that is our main hub. I could have maybe moved the red one from this one to this one. But that one's doing so well. I want to see if I could take a little stress off of it by putting in the white one. But I also don't want the lines to clog up. I'm going to change this to a white color. Actually, no, we did pink, purple. Maybe we'll just do a lighter like that, peach color. So that'll add to our red and pink. And let's go ahead and see. Right now we don't have any passengers coming in. But we also don't want to back up these too much. So we'll just keep an eye on that. Because we also have a green line coming in. And then we're going to have that going back out. But we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave this episode off here. If you like my content and would like to see more, please click the like button and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.